Hey everybody, it's Woobits, and we're playing Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth. Is it too long? Should I stop at this point, you guys? Or should I keep going? We can make a cut here. If you think I should stop for the night, I can. Blood Hungry Kitten says keep going. Two hours from here. We can keep going. Count off! 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1! Shifu! 99 call-outs, so all 90 members are most likely here and accounted for, sir. We didn't go in order, but we're all number one. We're all the best, sir. Hey, you. Yeah, you the second number one from my right. Sir, yes, sir? Here, a birthday present for you. What? Shifu, I didn't know that you knew... Shifu, I didn't know that you knew all of our birthdays. What a kind heart you have. Shifu, you're more of a man than we'll ever be, sir. I'm really sorry, but it's not my birthday. Lang Zi says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. That present isn't for you. It's for your younger brother's wife's younger brother. Tell him I said hi, and happy birthday, won't you? Yes, sir! Shifu, I can't believe you remembered that much about each of us! Shifu, I'm so moved that I can't stop crying! I should probably leave them to their alone time. Alright, meeting's over. Everyone head for your posts. Dismissed! Sir! Yo, where are you guys here the whole time? I got a call from Sheena, and she's already filled me in. It sounds like you're out to get in my way again. I have absolutely no intention of interrupting your investigation. I simply request that you grant me permission to investigate the Alabastian embassy. And what if I say no? Objection! Agent Lang, this man is my subordinate. As I have received permission from the ambassador, he is to be extended the same rights. Sorry, sis, but it's not that simple. Alabasta has the strictest immigration regulations in the world. Or didn't you know? We're not immigrating. We just want to check it out. We don't want to live there. Even among my elite men, about only half of them were admitted into the country. Besides, any more cooks in the kitchen, and we might spoil the soup if you get what I mean. How dare you make such assumptions? Don't take this the wrong way, but I thought I was in charge of Alabasta, Miss Von Karma. Gah! Look, try to understand, okay? Things over in Alabasta are a bit of a mess right now. What do you mean by a bit of a mess? No one told you? We had an incident in Alabasta as well. This is what we call a decision based on the investigation, Mr. Prosecutor. Look, Wolfie, just let us in already. Is there a problem here, Agent Lang? Oh. Not really, just having a discussion about whether or not to let these guys in. Ambassador Alba, I ask that you please allow these people to join the investigation.
Having a debate because of my country. I'm terribly sorry for placing such good people in that kind of situation. It is all because I lack the strength to govern. Well...
Please, there's nothing of the sort, Ambassador.
You weakling crackers, cause your party had an ability to effect change in your country! What are you? The thing is, investigations conducted in my country have been under Agent Lang. It is my judgment that in order to minimize disruption in the investigation, I should leave everything up to Agent Lang.
There, you see?
Oh, no way! Uh-oh. Ambassador fight! Ambassador Alba, I ask you to please reconsider letting them into Alabasta.
What's that?
My very own secretary has been murdered in the Babalese embassy. And he was apparently caught up in some very shady dealings completely unbeknownst to me. So I ask for your cooperation in our investigation. These aren't much, but I hope they can cover your travel expenses to Babal someday.
All right, I get it. Even if you beg Ambassador Alba, I still have to give the final okay anyway.
All right, you hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? We're in!
Not so fast, my little crow girl. You're still a witness in the Babal murder. So I'd like you to please stay in the Republic of Babal.
Detective Gumshoe, please take good care of Kay for me.
Yes, sir. Sounds good to me. The fewer troublemakers, the better.
Rasp! I just said the word rasp instead of rasping. Meh.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth!
Yes?
So I wanted to ask you for a while now, but that lady over there, is she who I think she is?
Ah, that's right. I didn't introduce the two of you yet.
Franziska von Karma, the prosecutorial prodigy! It's nice to see you again. Oh, I knew it! You're the whip lady! I could tell because you kept hitting people with your whip. You may address me as Miss von Karma. Miss von Karma, I leave the investigation at Alabasta in your hands. Thanks. Rest assured I will outsmart both the smuggling ring and Yatagrasu and Miles Edgeworth, who is stupid and I hate him.
The smuggling ring, huh? Perhaps I should ask Francisco a bit more about them before I head into Alabasta. And I mustn't forget to thank Ambassador Paleno for all that he's done for me.
All right, let's talk to them both. Franny first.
You've made so much progress in your investigation in such a short period of time. It's a good thing you hired that new assistant recently. He's very good, handsome, and helpful. It's truly amazing.
Agent Hicks, whose help I had requested, was cut down before he completed his task. There is no room for further failure in my perfect investigation.
In spite of that, I believe you were able to obtain some insight into the ring, correct?
It was nothing. I simply made some deductions based on the smuggled item I was following.
You mean the Barbalese ink? But why are there restrictions on the export of Barbalese ink to begin with?
That's classified Interpol info.
Hold it! Francisca, as your subordinate, I am part of your investigation now. Don't you think it would be beneficial if I was as well informed as you?
Point taken. Very well, I'll fill you in. Recently we discovered some very well-made counterfeit bills circulating in St. Far.
Counterfeit bills?
Yes, as you may have deduced. The counterfeits are being made with special Barbalese ink. And it's virtually impossible to distinguish bills made with Barbalese ink from real ones. Thus it was only natural for Interpol to keep an eye on the Republic of Babal.
That's where this document comes into play, correct?
Correct. Mr. Cochin was smuggling large amounts of Barbalese ink. Furthermore, he was charged with running the embassy's printing equipment. That's all the evidence I need to know that he was the head of the smuggling ring. However, there remains one tiny problem.
Let me guess, you still have yet to find the counterfeit bills or the smuggled ink.
Yes, and while we're listing things, I might as well add the counterfeit plates to the pile. Since we haven't been able to locate any of these items in the Barbalese embassy. We're looking into the Alabastan embassy next. It doesn't matter where they're hidden, mark my words, I will find them. Okay, neat. Got some things. Let's talk to the good ambassador.
Ambassador Polino, I am in your debt.
No, it's nothing. No, it's fine, no. Because it's about all I can do for you, I'm afraid. I only ask that you please bring Manny's killer to justice.
I will, Ambassador, on my honor.
Wow, you're so sensational. You really piqued my curiosity. I know they are much, but know that I'm giving them to you wholeheartedly.
No, that's quite all right.
Oh, well, how about this then?
Oh, and what exactly is it?
It's fountain pen ink. Known as Babalay's ink, smelled exclusively in Babal.
So this is Bubbly's ink.
We make it from wheat crystal oil, which is mined through our mineral mines. Please accept this ink, one dip of your fountain pen in this, and you can write for hours in your organizer.
How fortunate for me, the ink in my pen just happened to have run out. I'll gladly accept your gracious gift.
Very well. Great, wonderful. I guarantee you that writing with our ink is an unforgettable experience. And since we don't export it, if you are not, you're always welcome to come and visit our fair nation.
Talk about cornering the customer along with the market. Well, shall we get going?
Hold it!
What's wrong, Kay?
I didn't get permission to enter Alabast. So we're gonna go gather whatever info we can over on the Babbly's site. Me and Gumshoe, we're the perfect team. What could go wrong?
Alright, I'm counting on you two.
Right, and I'm counting on you and Miss Von Common to sniff out clues in Alabast. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, if you happen to come across my phony, you let me know, okay? She can't be as pretty as me, or him, I don't know. Beat him up. If you tell me, I'll rush on over straight away no matter where you are. International laws be denied.
No. I'll let you know when the time comes.
Okay, it's looking a lot nicer on this side of the aisle. Ah! What do you think you're doing to my subordinate? What? You're... Edgy! Oh, thank the heavens you're here! Oh, man! Ah, whoa! I'm in a really, really big pickle, your lordship. Oh, jeez. The raven, it appeared, poof, and then disappeared. Swoosh! Yeah. And though I am the Steel Samurai, by the way. Hello, hi. My sword, I'm so confused. I don't know what anything means anymore. Who is this fruitcake? I'm Larry of the House of Butts, married man of Neo Tokyo, m'lady. Welcome to the party. I'm the superhero. Hello, I can save your life. Now I remember, this person is one of your friends, isn't it, Miles?
Yes, frighteningly enough, he is.
Hey! What's up with that answer? Oh, frightening enough. Oh, no, I don't know if I'll know this guy if he's friends with that kind of stuff. We're friends, okay? Your best bud in a bind and you act like it's no big deal.
What sort of bind are we talking about here?
The suspect kind. I accidentally became a suspect in a murder.
I see. That is quite the bind.
Not ever in the least bit surprised.
Yes, I pretty much expected this news. From the instant I saw this unlucky face. His name is Larry Butts. I've known him since grade school, and for as long as I've known him, he's been the world's largest source of trouble, with a capital T.
Hey, what kind of introduction is that? He's so mean, Edgy! If you're not careful, you might find your tiny number of friends go down by 1!
That was uncalled for. Besides, you're... Wait, hold on.
Larry, it was you? You're the one who wrote my Steel Samurai Vaulted. Rip, worthless, garbage. Huh? Oh, you didn't notice earlier? I even winked at you through. Oh, I had a mask on. Through the headpiece, I was like, "Hey there, my best friend." That's how he knew your name. What's going on? And why are you beat red? And why do you seem to care about who gave you this autograph? Do you care about autographs from Monsieur Samurai? Do you like the show Monsieur Samurai? Is he some things that I do not know about that I should know about? Sorry, but could you not speak to me right now or ever again?
Oh, sorry, am I interrupting your comical yet melodramatic play? Is this some kind of episode of a television show that I shouldn't be interrupting right now because you clowns are having such a good time?
Aha, so this is the incident you mentioned earlier.
Mr. Prosecutor, this man, this childhood friend of yours, is our prime suspect. Of what, you ask? Of the murder of a man who had snuck into this embassy, Mask Damask II.
Is he a Sailor Moon character? Mask Star Damask II. Do I have to say the star? How did I know there was a star? Speaking of fruitcakes, only Larry could get himself into yet another mess as fine as this. Double murder! But no matter what the facts seem to say, Larry is not the type to commit murder. Still, it's a rather daunting stroke of misfortune I've struck. I have to prove that Larry Butts is innocent of all wrongdoing. The star is silent. It has so many languages, I never know whether or not to pronounce the star.
Shifu, we've identified the victim. Good work, I'll take that report now.
Agent Lang, would you mind if I took a peek at it as well?
What did I tell you earlier, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't get in my way. There's only enough flesh here to feed one wolf, and that one is me. I am a wolf. So no, you may not take a peek. You can, however, look at it.
But Agent Lang... Wow, everybody's here. This is a crowded room.
Agent Lang, will you allow investigators such as myself to take a look? Ah, yes, of course. You let the detective see the file.
You're Detective Bad.
You're the prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth, right?
Fancy meeting you here, Detective.
You weren't expecting me? Ever since that day 7 years ago, I've chased after the Yatagarasu, non-stop. I even pressured Interpol into keeping me in the loop, in case a card was ever found.
What incredible dedication to the case.
Detective Bad knows the Yatagarasu's M.O. very well, and his passion for the chase hasn't died down in these 7 long years. It's something I can respect. But Detective Bad, I must ask, are you going to make an ally out of this prosecutor? My only goal is to arrest the Yatagarasu. If he can get to the bottom of this case, then I'm willing to share info with him.
I'm in your debt, Detective Bad. What's up? About the murder of Damask II, would you be willing to fill me in on a few of the details?
When the Yatagarasu showed up, Agent Lang and I took ourselves off guard duty and put ourselves in charge of directing things at this crime scene. Taking advantage of the chaos, Damask II, he broke into this embassy. Probably to steal some treasure or another.
And I suppose he lost his life when he was forced to fight someone else in this room. Who done it? Why exactly was that man placed under arrest, Detective?
That samurai?
He was born looking suspicious, but not for the reasons you suspect, I assure you. As you can plainly see, he is completely harmless.
Well, it was just a random guess. It's not like he's actually under arrest. Tonight, here at the Alabastian Embassy, Ambassador Alba was to give a commemorative speech, and that's when the Yatagarasu showed. But keep in mind, the Yatagarasu isn't who I'm talking about right now. Those seats for the guests who had been called to sit in them were empty.
A no-show? Who was it that failed to take their seat?
the Steel Samurai. Until the speech was to begin, each member of this entire Steel Samurai family was to wait in a separate room. However, for some weird reason, that man was spotted in a different location than his assigned room at that time. And where was he? He was on the roof with one of his legs down a chimney like Santa Claus. That chimney leads directly into this room. Larry Butts, you really outdone yourself this time. What were you thinking? In any case, I believe it's high time for me to start my investigation. Okay, there are a lot of people and things in this room. I want to look at the knives first, just immediately. There are some weapons on display on this wall. A crossbow, and under that, a set of knives bearing a flower motif. They must be the counterparts to the Babalese knives, which means that the blades inside these scabbards should match the blade that was used to kill Mr. Cochin. And ideally, one of these blades should be missing, if our theory is correct. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright. We're gonna be able to deduce that, but let's inspect everything first. Knives adorned with flowers are on display here. I suspect that these are the counterparts to the Babalese knives. Yeah, okay. Should match that. They're just lining it out for us. Whoa. One of the knives is missing its blade. Aha. Let's see if the two pieces of the blade and handle fit each other. Click, click. It appears that they are fit together quite well, almost seamlessly. Then this means that an alabaster knife did find its way into Babal. But how? Okay, alright. Let's look at this also. I can spot absolutely no difference between this prima duck statue and Babal's. Statue's face looks a bit like that costume hero you like so much. I only wonder why you Americans have such affinity for this kind of face. The statue wasn't made by an American, you know, at least I don't suppose so. What is there anything going on with the tree? What is that plant supposed to be? Francisca, can't you see that it's supposed to be a likeness of Ambassador Alba? It is supposed to look like him. Most dangerous. As a subordinate, you have a lot of nerve telling me what to think. I look forward to your next salary assessment next month. You don't pay me. I'm the head prosecutor. If anything, I pay you. You're deluding yourself if you think that you have any control over that. Ha ha ha. Is this? It's catching like the little bit of that clip. There we go. So there's definitely something to deduce here with the knives. And we're gonna do that in a minute. Crossbow? Why is there a weapon on display in a place like this? I wonder why there are no whips on display here. It's the greatest weapon of them all. It's the Steel Samurai's primary weapon, the Samurai Spear. Isn't it awesome? I totally fell for this thing. It's sleek and shiny, just like my heart. It comes at you like whoosh! When you hold it, you just want to live life like BAM! You do well to watch what you say, Larry. Although it is just as Larry says, the spear is quite the symbol of valor. However, speaking of spears, aren't you supposed to use them by thrusting the point straight into your opponent? I'm not entirely convinced this spear is up to the task. What's wrong, Edgy? You're just staring off into the distance. Oh, I get it. Tell you what, I'll tell the studio to make you one, okay? But this one's mine. Did I say anything about wanting one? I don't care about Steel Samurai memorabilia that if you could get it signed by the other actor, not you, the other actor, then that... Yes, I'd like one, please. Maybe I can shut him up if I show him the piece of evidence. That will point something out about this spear. Ah, so this is what we are deducing. What do we have? Ah, the spear tip is supposed to be a straight diamond, not a weird tilt. What happened to your spear? Deduce! Is this bot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? This... Larry, about this spear.
Oh! Are you feeling it? Bam!
I thought there was something strange about this spear. Tell me, Larry, is it just me or is the spear a bit bent?
Whoa, what? No way. It's exactly as it should be, yo!
I have here the autograph you wrote for me earlier. Now take a good look at this which you drew with your own hands. You can see that the spear is clearly of a different shape.
Ah!
What do you have to say to that?
I'm sorry. When I hold the spear in my hands, all of a sudden I feel super powerful. And then, during practice, I was spinning it around and around and BAM! Hit the wall.
You're unbelievable! This is an imbecile!
Well, I've always been like that, ever since I was a kid. One time, on an overnight field trip, I bought a fake sword and played with it late that night. I'm just a useless, hot-blooded man. A sexy, unbelievably intelligent, useless, hot-blooded man.
Larry, clarify that for me, will you?
Okay, so it was some field trip, and I began to shadow fight with myself.
Not that, I meant what you said earlier about spinning the spear and hitting the wall.
Oh, that, it's no biggie. It's not like I got the hole or anything.
That's not why I'm asking, Larry. The samurai spear is made of metal. I somehow doubt that a move as simple as spinning it around would cause it to bend.
Man, Edgy, you're so naive.
What? Where did that come from?
Well, you keep calling it the samurai spear, but it's not real. You can't really fight someone with it. Because it's hollow on the inside. You could hit it against practically anything and it would bend.
Is that so?
Don't tell me you thought it was real. Oh, but don't take it the wrong way. I just think that part of your personality is cute. It's adorable, and I love you, and we're best friends.
I see your friendship truly is something special, Miles Edgeworth.
That's not friendship, it's utter humiliation. Alright, we got that added in. Alright. That's the piece of evidence we needed from inspecting that wall. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I would have talked to Larry first if I'd known that was going to be that long.
Larry, there are a few things I need to ask you about.
Hey, how about that? I got a few things I gotta ask you too. We could have a little question exchange. Between us, best friends.
What is it?
It's like, both you and him. How is it that the two of you always manage to have some cute or hot girl by your side? Everybody I meet, you got there's the chick who has the little necklace, then he's got the little girl with the top hat who hangs out with him a lot, and you got your lady there with the whip, which by the way, hot, then there's the key broad. And Francie, what about that promise you made to me?
Promise? What promise?
The one where you said you would model for my next book, Francie's Whippity Whip Trip? Huh? Yeah? Huh?
Yo! I made no such promise! I murdered for no one! Ever since grade school, we've had a certain saying about Larry. When something smells, it's usually the butts. One needs to look no further than this man to find the king of troublemakers.
Sup, Larry?
As I recall, aren't you calling yourself Maurice Dunham now?
That's Dunham! Maurice Dunham! Get that straight in your head, Edgy! Ow!
I remember. He was that rude and pale imitation of a real artist.
No, you got it all wrong. I gave up on that whole Maurice business. Besides, when Bangelina left me and my heart in pieces, that's when Mindy walked into my life. She's been so good to me that I just wanted to help her in some way. And I figured I could through this steel samurai outfit.
Your name Plaza makes less and less sense each time we meet. I'm not even just saying, stop talking to me. I believe he's saying that he picked up this part-time job as the Steel Samurai so that he may attempt to capture the heart of the actress who plays the Pink Princess.
You got it! I knew you'd know what I meant, Edge. You know me so well because we're best friends.
Not really. It's not so much as I understood, but a simple deduction based on your usual modus operandi, Larry. Larry, I'd like you to confess right now to everything you did tonight.
Oh, confess? Hey, don't tell me you suspect me too!
Nonsense. I don't believe you have the mental acuity needed to plan and execute a murder. However, we are talking about you here, so I find it hard to believe that nothing happened. The past experience has taught me that you are always at the center of some insane event.
Edgy, how can you be so mean? Stabbing me with your words like that.
Unfortunately, I don't have the time to search out a key to unlock your heart this time. So I suggest that you cooperate and tell me what you know.
Okay, I get it. Just stop Francie from whipping me from behind. So, I guess you know what I did, right, Edgy?
I can't even begin to imagine. However, I imagine that whatever you were up to was probably beyond my imagination. So you will tell me what exactly you did, Larry?
Nope, not yet, Edgy. It'll take more than that to loosen my lips. You gotta wine me, dine me, take me out somewhere nice, ask about my feelings. You know, I have a family. You might ask about them. We have a conversation. How's your mother? She doing good? She still looking good? A lot more! Don't hit me! Confess now! Oh. Okay, well, I was up on the roof.
And why exactly were you up there?
Oh, you know, that wintry custom and the legendary hero, the one that all children around the world adore as much as they do the great Laurie's Dunham.
Legendary hero?
Santa Claus! It's Christmas. Santa
Claus.
I want to do that thing he does, so I climbed up to one of the chimneys. I was like, that's a sweet chimney. I'm gonna go down it like Santa Claus. Looked fun. But when I got there, there was smoke pouring out of the chimney. So I thought, you know, why would that happen?
And?
Well, I couldn't go down the chimney with smoke coming up, right? So I gave up. I didn't go down the chimney. And now I'll never know what it's like to bring joy to children all over the world. So thanks, you ruined Christmas, Edgewood. You ruined Christmas, not me!
Larry, you do realize that Santa Claus does not exist, right? He's a fictional character.
Of course I know. I did graduate from junior high, you know.
Then you should also understand this. If Santa was real, he would be the biggest unlawful trespasser in history. And I know because I spent a long time gradually building a case, Edgeworth versus Santa Claus, to try in court. I wasted a lot of time on that case. Oh, crud! Is it your attempt to imitate Santa that has labeled you as prime suspect in this murder?
Come on, man. What's so wrong with pretending to be Santa?
Let's start with the fact that it will be the Ides of March in a matter of hours. It's not Christmas. Santa only visits home on December 24th. That's in December, you nitwit!
Oh, he could do it other times. It takes a long time to deliver presents. If we spread it out, it'd be a lot easier for him to do his job, and we could have presents at other times of the year. Hey, wait a sec. We're not in court. I do what I want. All right. Can I show you your spear that I showed you earlier? There's a lot of neat stuff here. Hey, that's an official steel samurai weapon. Huh? What? You want me to do it? Oh, you have no idea how many fans asked that for me. You want? Okay, all right. No, normally I don't. They ask me and I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry. I'd love to, but I can't. But for you, Edgeworth, because we're best friends, I'll do it.
What are you prattling on about now?
Steel samurai sushi slice. How is that? I bet it sends shivers up your spine to hear me delivering the lines of your favorite character. Your best friend, who's also now your favorite beloved character. What could go wrong?
I let myself get caught up in being a spectator. How could I have failed myself? I actually enjoyed that a lot. But I'll never let him know. I can't stand him. No! No! Larry, no! Don't taint the only joy I have left in my life. Please, no.
Let's go to the crime scene. We've been evading it for too long. We'll talk to these other schmucks later on. There we go.
So this is the victim, Damask the Second.
What is this gaudy outfit?
You don't know about Mask Star Damask?
A few months ago, this thief caused a lot of havoc on the populace.
So this thief is separate from the other Grassos, other thief?
I thought they were for a while, because their MO and targets were different. Damask likes high-value trinkets and jewels, and being gaudy is his signature. Gumshoe is in charge of that investigation, so he'd know more about Damask.
That's alright. All I'd probably hear are tales of his failure anyway.
You haven't changed a bit, I see.
In any case, let's get started here, shall we? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. First things first, the murder weapon. So this is the murder weapon in this case. There's blood on the blade. It's a rather sweeping sword, isn't it? What do you expect? It's Steel Samurai's daddy's secondary weapon. I only call it his secondary because although he uses his sword in most of his battles, it's his trusty samurai spear that he turns to in a real fight. You should know quite a bit about the Steel Samurai for a grown man. That's only because I saw the stage show earlier, and I remember the details. I don't care about the show, Francisco. Don't make fun of me! The owner of this sword is the Steel Samurai, or in other words, Larry. I should probably ask him about it, as detrimental as it is to proving him innocent. Okay, another thing to show him. We'll go back and talk to him here. But first, it looks like he got stabbed in the head. Brutal. I thought that Damask had quit the business. This guy, he's just a copycat using the name of phony successor. He's just another petty thief. His real identity is an out-of-work guy by the name of Kashinao. He's 29 and wanted on larceny charges. From his clothes and what he was carrying, we determined that this guy is the real Damask II. The cause of death appears to be the loss of blood from the back of his head. It seems that he was struck with something very hard. In other words, he was bludgeoned to death, not stabbed. Unless he was bludgeoned with a big heavy sword. What are you holding? What is he holding? It looks like a piece of paper from a notepad. Alabaster, primitive statue, 5th floor. It would appear that directions on how to reach this room were written by hand. There is something written on the back as well. I'd like you to steal the primitive statue in this room. What is that supposed to mean? Who writes a note to themselves like that? If I had to guess from the text, I would say that this is actually a request from someone about what to steal. Just who is the person that requested the theft of the Primadux statue? Okay, interesting note we've got here. Can we look at his cool hat? There's not a single shred of fashion sense in Damask's costume. Well, at least I can appreciate the great effort he must have put into making it. I mean, it's not as nice as having a cravat, but you know, it's still pretty cool. You two don't know? You can buy this costume almost anywhere now. It's being sold since when? Since around New Year's, the streets are practically flooded with them. Turns out Damask is a lot more popular than I thought he'd be. I can't believe that foolish fool would dress in fool's clothing to act foolishly! We got your point about 3 foolishes back, Francisca. What about this cloth? I suppose this was a wrapping cloth Damask II used to carry his stolen goods. But there's nothing wrapped in it now. I guess he never did manage to get his hands on whatever it was he was out to steal. Alright. That seems pretty comprehensive. This could be the same dialogue. Yeah, it's just about his fashion. Okay. Well, let's go show the sword to Larry. Because that's clearly the next step. Oh, we can just straight ask him about the murder weapon. Larry, about the samurai sword that was used as the murder weapon. Oh, that! Oh, that's what you want to... Oh, yeah, we can talk about that, sure, yeah. Well, I shook hands with the ambassador in this room, you know. Me. With an ambassador. Important guy, Larry, but you're welcome. Yes, apparently you did. And, well, I totally forgot about it and left it behind when I left afterwards. I just dropped it off here.
You want to talk about shock? I was the most shocked of all when I heard it killed someone. Oof. Inconvenient. What are you gonna do? I'm shocked! Foolish fool, looking especially foolish for foolishly stating such a foolish excuse! You forgot to take something that big visual. Who would believe such a tale?
Sorry, Miss Von Karma, but I believe him. He's exactly stupid enough to do that. Because if anyone could have figured something like that, it would be Larry.
Edgy, you believe me. We're best friends, I knew it. I never doubted it for a second, that's why I keep saying it. I just knew that our friendship is something special.
Anyway, even if Larry had simply forgotten the sword and left it behind, that in no way clears his name. Which means that I will have to prove his innocence from a different angle.
Does he say anything different if I present it? Hey, that's an official Steel Samurai weapon. Huh? Why, you want me to do it? Oh, you have no idea how many fans asked that of me.
What are you prattling on about now?
Steel Samurai, sushi slice! Oh, it's the same dialogue from before. Okay, he said the same thing. Steel Samurai, sushi slice. We didn't get anything new from that. Can we go back here? There are birds in here!
Two gorgeous flowers are in full bloom here. I'm sure flowers as lovely as these must have an equally lovely name.
Miles Edgeworth, are you done staring? I should hardly think passion flowers are all that rare.
Passion flowers? That's a rather unusual name.
It was named by priests in the 15th century for the passion of Christ.
As they say, you learn something new every day.
Interesting. Chimney. It's a fireplace, and by the looks of it, I don't think it's been used recently, but there was smoke!
Yes, I can't say that I see anything unusual about it.
But it's unusual that there isn't anything unusual about it. Ah! Okay.
The person shaking hands with the Steel Samurai in this picture is Ambassador Alba. It was taken just before the murder. The Steel Samurai must be very popular. They're even using the National Treasure as a backdrop.
I just don't understand. What exactly is so great about Top Knot there?
Clearly, there is a depth to this show that a young person like you can't fathom. It has lots of depth and other things.
Speaking of young people, aren't young children the target audience of this show of costumed actors?
No. It's for adults who love good drama.
Okay, anything on the desk?
This must be Ambassador Alba's desk.
His notebook is open on this desk. He must have been in the middle of some important work.
Sapling growth log. It's finally sprouted today.
Funny, it doesn't look like important work to me. Can we look at this?
There. Was the exact same statue sitting in that Babalese office we examined.
It's the Primidoc statue. It was the national treasure of the Principality of Cordopia. There was only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two is a replica. But both Alabast and Babal claim to have the real thing.
What an incredibly childish fight to have. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Well, this one has flowers on it.
The Primidoc statue. There was one of these on the Babalese side as well. I hear it's very valuable and made of pure gold. It was the national treasure of Cordopia. There was only one of these statues.
Okay, so the one or two is a replica, but yeah. Is there anything in that picture? I mean, that one looks a little burnt. And are those supposed to be butterflies on the bottom there? The base looks different. It's facing a different way, though. It's facing to the left because the knives and the flower are in their same orientation. so it's been rotated at some point. That seems important. Look at this photo and tell me what you find odd about this scene, Miss Von Karma. The apparent joins the ambassador's face as he shakes that top-knot's hand. That's not it. I was trying to point out that the statue in the photo is facing a different way. You're right. The statue is a national treasure. As such, only an ambassador or a secretariat-level person is allowed to handle it. The fact that the statue is facing one way in this photo, and now it's facing a different direction in this preserved crime scene, is proof that someone touched the statue around the time of the crime. Interesting. Not sure what it means. I guess that about wraps up my investigation. That's... Yo, Pink Princess! How you feeling? Still feeling ill? And yet another strange character comes out of the woodwork. And so the Pink Princess also comes to pay the Alabastrian Embassy a visit. I believe I may need to speak with her as well. Okay. Hi. Who are you?